Hello everyone, I'm Recv5,
I'm Sandman099.
and welcome back to the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. And we're in my house right now because I had to drop off some stuff, and off camera, I ended up discovering a new weapon. It was this thing called Black Ebony that I killed some random bandit and got it off him, I think. And while I was on my way here, and it's actually a weapon that's somewhat comparable to some of the Goddess Store weapons and things like that, right? Like, this Goddess Blade is only a couple points stronger. I guess the Black Red Katana is very much stronger, but it's stronger than the Induin Claymore that I was using for the longest time. It's stronger than some of these really high-power blunt weapons. The Shadow Katana there is from the Goddess Store, and it's stronger than that. So, it's actually a really significantly strong weapon.
Yeah, well, see, every bandit now is going around with a godlike weapon, right?
Yep.
And either glass or Daedric armor.
Well, but we ended up asking people what shrine they wanted us to go to in order to get the artifact for Martin here, right? And, you know, the quest says, you know, go to the Shrine of Azura, but somebody actually said they wanted us to go to the Clavicus Vile shrine. And so that's where I'm actually going to go. I set a marker sort of near there. I guess I kind of missed it. But, yeah. So we're going to go there. I should set up my fast spells, too. Can I do it while jumping?
You're not that far away.
Well, I managed to get 2 of them while jumping before my timer ran out. I got no idea what quest marker's active right now. But I'm just gonna follow the marker that I set.
You gotta turn to the left a little bit.
Oh, I do gotta turn to the left. I'm a little bit north of it, aren't I? Or, yeah, north. Okay, this is Clavicus Vile Shrine. So, I can't even remember how this stuff goes.
Yeah, remember when you kept coming by here and it said Maraska is unconscious?
Yeah, this is the guy who kept getting knocked out.
Yeah.
There are many deals to be made, even with a god. You could find great wealth, or painful death. If you wish to bargain with Clavicus Vile, approach with an offering of 500 gold.
Oh, only 500 gold? I can do that.
That's peanuts.
Yeah. I guess these Daedra aren't very greedy people.
Yeah. Well, see, it's like...
Wonderful. Always a pleasure. Perhaps you'll do service for me, mortal, and I'll reward you. A fair bargain, don't you think? You will retrieve for me a sword, a very special sword. It contains the soul of Umbra, a hero I have had dealings with in the past. Bring the sword to me, and I'll reward you with my mask. You'll not find a better bargain, mortal. Begin your search in Hell's Gate.
Well, alright then. So I think I know somewhat of this quest. At least I have vague memories of it.
Hello! Hey! Pay attention! In your pack, the dog. I swear, you heroes aren't particularly quick on the uptake.
Did I miss something?
Good. Got your attention.
That's Barbas talking to you.
Oh.
Not that I've always been Hound, or always been called Barbs.
Oh, I think I see. Yeah, there we go. There you go, Barbas. It is Barbas.
I've also been the Red Guard. For a while I was a scamp, making deals with orcs. But for now, I am his Hound, and I serve the Lord Travis. A word of advice. You've made a bad deal. This Umbra, bad business. Things always end badly where that one's concerned. Clavicus has always been a little blind to that, and it'll end badly this time too. So just leave things be. Walk away. It's your best bet, really.
Huh. Well, I don't know about that, but do you really care?
Yeah, well, I guess that's a question. Well, Umbra, you know, I might just keep the, well, see, if I were to keep the Umbra sword, then I couldn't give it to Martin.
That's right.
I mean, it's not like that great of a sword. It is like a stronger than normal sword, but it's not like that great of a sword. It's good if you have nothing else. You can get it like at the beginning of the game.
Uh-huh.
Sure, we'll start asking people questions. The Pell's Gate. Oh.
We're a small community.
I think you gotta ask him about Umbra.
Yeah.
I know of Umbra.
Oh. Well, let's just fix that problem.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to make friends with him.
I always make friends with people at sword point.
Yeah.
What? That's just really interesting.
Oh man, it's been a while since I've done this little game.
Nope. That's just not.
I feel like I'm rusty at it.
That's just really interesting. Don't, please. I don't. You think that? Well done. That's just stupid. Grim, don't try to manipulate me. That's just not Grim. What nonsense.
Look at that. Now we're buddies.
Goodbye.
Yep.
Welcome to Umbra. That's a name I haven't heard in a while. And it's not one you should be using around Pell's Gate either. Before I go on, let's clear something up. Are you here asking about the sword or the person? Which is it?
Sword?
It's a powerful sword, no doubt about that. Jet black, got a wicked edge on it. And they say it can steal a man's soul.
Ooh.
I know of at least one soul it stole. Lenwyn. She's the one who found the blasted thing. I suppose you want to hear about the person now. Who is Umbra? I can tell you who Umbra used to be. Lenwyn. She's my apprentice, or at least she was, until she found that sword. Never did say where it came from. She just showed up with it one day. Said it was called Umbra. But she was different. She'd always been fair with a sword. But she began looking for fights. Became bloodthirsty. And then started calling herself Umbra after the sword. Finally signed on with some mercenaries. But I hear that ended too. We haven't seen her in years. Can't say for sure. Some say they've seen her nearby, near the Vindasal ruins.
In the Vin Diesel ruins.
Might just be
Yeah.
wishful thinking, though. If she's around, she hasn't come into Pell's Gate, nor should she. I fear that girl is long gone.
Sounds to me like you don't want this sword anyway. It's cursed.
She's a powerful
It'll
one.
take you
At
over.
least that sword is. I'd
It'll be
steer clear
fine.
if I was you. I can't tell you anymore.
Well, alright then.
Wish you luck. I fear you.
Let's see here. Now we gotta go to Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
But you can get this sword super duper early in the game.
Yeah,
if you
well, it's-
actually come here and you know about this.
It's pretty close to the Imperial City, too. You could easily stumble on it at relatively low levels, right?
Yeah, this makes things a little hard, actually, moving this fast.
Huh.
I guess on the one hand, they have a hard time hitting me, but I have a hard time aiming. Moving this fast.
Yeah.
I think only like half the swings I make actually hit anything moving that fast.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
Yeah.
Ebony Claymore, sure, we'll take that. Frost Salts, take that. I don't know why I'd taken those. I don't know what I'll use them for, but we'll take them anyways.
Yeah, you actually took a little bit of a beating from there.
That is what it is. So we've been through here once before, actually, just randomly, looking for Daedric artifacts.
Oh, but you didn't encounter Umbra?
I'm not sure. I think we might have seen her.
Uh-oh. Well, that was close.
It's okay. I reacted in time. Stood on the corner where you're safe.
Mm-hmm. Oh, back to sneak attacks for 1 times damage.
I'm a lot more acrobatic now than I was then.
Yeah.
Oop. Yeah, well, I figured because this sword does so much damage, I'd start using it for a while.
Yeah, you can just jump up there and grab those things now, except there wasn't one there.
Was there not one there?
No.
Am I blind? I must be blind.
You got turned around.
Oh, maybe.
You're actually trying to pick up the ones that were already picked up.
Maybe I missed one when I was first here.
Yeah.
That's possible. Maybe they don't respawn.
Yeah, except for the odd rat that seems like this place is pretty quiet.
I just took that fork.
Yeah, well, you gotta have something to eat your dinner with, right?
And my dinner is rat, apparently.
Yeah. So it looks like some things maybe respawned since the last time you were in here.
Yeah, like all the rats.
Well, and some of the contents of some of the chests and that kind of thing.
Yeah, just down there.
Yeah. What did you do? You just came in and had a look here and then turned around and left, or what?
Yeah, I think so. Because I realized that this was a quest area.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. What happens when we talk to Umbra here?
You risk much by speaking to me. You should leave this place. Now.
You can't even persuade her, knows that?
Yep. There's no persuading, no making friends with Umbra.
Umbra is my blade. It is who I am. Who I was meant to be. For years I have fed my blade the souls of man and Mer. Warriors and priests, kings and paupers, men, women, and children, all have bled for me. I have seen them all fall, and still Umbra hungers for more. Do not speak to me of that place. It was another lifetime. It was before I became what I am now.
Which is
Perhaps
possessed.
They sent you to kill me. Are they worried I might come in the night and burn a village down around them? No matter. I am what I've become, and I know my fate. But what of you? What is it you seek? My death? My blade? I offer you a choice, more than I have offered most. Stay here and die, or leave now and live your life. Speak to me again when your mind is set.
See, she's actually...
Leave it alone. How about we just march on back to the shrine and tell Clavicus the deal is off? Sure, he'll be a bit put off, but you won't be dead. At least, you probably won't. That's better odds than you'll get.
Umbra will feast on your soul.
See, that's the funny thing, though. She's actually fairly formidable, right? You know, she's got the ebony armor. You come here at level 1, you have to deal with that. Although it's fake ebony armor, so at level 1 it's equivalent to dwarven. I think at this level it's equivalent to ebony.
Yeah.
And then she's got a sword that is like the hardest hitting regular sword in the game, right? But
soul.
You know, I've never heard that dialogue before, because usually I just come in here and attack her. And I just kill her, and then I just take her sword.
Oh, well, now I guess you can talk to her again.
Yeah, I've never had this dialogue before.
I assume you've made your choice. Umbra hungers. What shall it be?
Well, I'm gonna kill you.
Come then, try your luck. Feel the bite of Umbra. Die! You're a traitor to your own race!
Ha! Ha!
Why won't
Oh, there, you just scored a knockdown. I think you're winning.
Well, I am, like, significantly tougher than her. I mean, ebony armor isn't much.
Well, it is.
Although this weapon takes a lot of fatigue to swing because it's very heavy.
Yeah.
That's what I should have made. I should have made a better data rating spell.
Well, I guess you need something to do off camera once this episode is done, eh?
Yep.
Well.
Yeah, I think I reflected the soul trap back onto her. There's Umbra, and it's a 0-weight sword. And she's also got her Umbra Ebony, which I think is actually real Ebony at this point in the game. Because I think it levels to a limited degree.
Well, so it's like the second best armor in the game then, huh?
Yeah, and I mean, I guess if you were to throw shield enchantments on it, it really wouldn't matter, right? It's the kind of armor that is good enough that if you...
Don't bring that sword back to Clavicus. It'll ruin him, I'm sure. I mean, not completely. He's still a Deidre principal. Look, keep the sword if you want. That's your decision. But don't give it back to Clavicus. He doesn't know what's good for him sometimes.
It's funny, you know, it seems like Clavicus and Barbas are always at odds. Right?
Yep. Well, see, I think this sword becomes like a 45-weight sword if you actually complete this quest. So if you actually wanted to have a completely weightless weapon, you would come here, kill Umbra, take the sword, and then never complete the quest.
Uh-huh.
And I've done that in the past.
Yeah, well, that's the value I can see to it, is that it would be a weightless weapon, right?
A weightless magic weapon at that, which means you can hit every type of enemy with it. And if we take a look at the kind of damage output it does... I mean, let's see here, if we find it in the thing, like 36 points of damage? That's tremendous. That's as much, that might even be more than that one-handed weapon I had. It's certainly almost as much as this claymore.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's, in the vanilla game, it's the hardest hitting single-handed weapon in the game that is a sword. Right? Maces might hit as hard as it, but it's an extremely hard-hitting weapon. And so there's incredible value in just coming here, killing her, taking the sword, and running off and never returning to either of them. At least until you've beaten the game and just want to complete all the quests.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, you never know. You might decide that you don't want to destroy Azura's star, right?
Yeah, well, the thing is, Azura's star is also a very valuable artifact.
Yeah.
I think there's other artifacts, like maybe you'd want to take the Savior's Hide. I can't remember, I think that's Hersene's.
Yeah.
That's probably a pretty good artifact. The Clavicus Vile Mask is also probably a pretty good artifact, which is probably why it was recommended to us by one of our viewers. Right? And since we already have a boatload of crazy strong weapons, I guess we don't really need the Umbra Sword. But I guess I'll show what it looks like anyways, since we're just going to have it for a short time. Right?
It's purple.
It's purple. It glows. It's very, very jet black. And I don't have a clue what happens if you walk into Pell's Gate with it. Here's a boar. We'll kill the boar. It's basically a normal longsword, right? Except it's a soul-stealing weapon.
Yeah.
And because it's, like, got 0 weight for the purposes of being a quest item, it doesn't take that much stamina to swing. I'm gonna switch back to my other weapon here. That black ebony claymore, which takes a ton of stamina to swing.
Yeah. But it is a Dunmer blade, apparently.
Yes, it's a Dunmer blade, too. So, I've been looking all game long for a Dunmer weapon, because in immersive weapons, there's weapons that will give you a special racial bonus if you have the correct race, and Dunmer blades apparently fortify agility a little bit, fortify fatigue, fortify your blade skill a little bit, which means you do even more damage.
Yeah. Well, I know that there are weapons in there specifically for Nords too, right?
That's right. There's a lot of weapons specific for Nords that are very easy to find. And there are a lot of weapons specific to Redguards that are almost as easy to find. But finding an actual Dunmer weapon, if I can find my Cure Disease spell here, because I look like I've contracted werewolfism again. It's really hard to find weapons for other races because they're not as common. Like for Dunmer here, it's not as common to find a weapon like this. And I'm going totally the wrong way here as I ramble on. But yeah, and so, you know, Umbra is a pretty decent weapon. You can find other weapons that are certainly better. The main perk to it is basically it's a magic weapon that can hit undead that can't be hit by normal weapons. It does a lot of damage, and it's weightless as long as you don't complete this quest.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Should we side with Barbas or should we side with Clavicus?
Well, I think that the idea here being that you wanted to get a Daedric artifact that you could then turn over to Martin for destruction, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, like, this is probably a Daedric artifact that you're not going to use, since is how you've already got a pretty good helmet type item anyway, right?
Yep.
So,
Oh, what the hell?
So that makes the Mask of Clavicus Vile largely redundant, right?
All right.
Brought the sword. Now give it to me. As we agreed, Umbra and I have unfinished business.
We can give it to him?
Sure.
All right. Here you go, buddy.
Excellent. A pitiful sword with a pitiful soul in exchange for a mask fit for a god. You've gotten the better of this bargain, mortal. Now, I have business to attend to. Run along. Perhaps I'll be looking for you again.
Oh, there you go. And now we have our Daedric artifact.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd literally never done the story for that at all.
Oh well, been good knowing you, kid. Back to being his hound for me. As for you, good luck, I guess. I've met worse.
Ah, well. But yeah.
See, I'm pretty sure Barbas had an angle too, right?
And this is what the Mask of Clavicus Vile looks like. So it's a heavy armor helmet. I don't know how it compares for other armor helmet. I think it's pretty decent armor, actually. Like 9 versus my current 7.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty decent. And it fortifies personality, which means people like you better. And that's what it looks like. Good if you were like a male character,
yeah,
I guess.
If you were yeah. That looked funny.
But that's okay.
Funny that they wouldn't have a more feminine version for female characters, right?
Yeah, I guess you're basically wearing a mask that I guess would probably make you look like Clavicus Vile.
Oh. Why, you think that's what he looked like?
Maybe, I don't know. That's what I always thought it was.
Huh.
I don't know. I'm not too big or knowledgeable on the lore here. See, even with all this armor, crossbows still hurt.
Yep.
And that was just an iron one.
Yeah, crossbows are a little bit overpowered, I have to admit.
I think there was another bandit in there, and I pissed them off.
There's two of them outside there, yeah. I'm familiar with that spot.
Yeah, I just, you know, jumping on the water with my claymore in my other hand.
Yeah.
As one does. Who needs bridges? Look at that. Peasant travel.
Yeah, except now you're going to run into a low-hanging bridge, right?
Nope, because this is where my stop is anyways.
Oh, okay.
Although I think I pissed off a mud crab now.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that!
Yeah, your acrobatic skill increased.
Oh, it's hard jumping up these hills. It's not easy work.
And also jumping at extremely high speeds.
Yeah, that too. But the speed is, I think, what allows me to go up most of these hills, actually.
Probably, yeah.
Because I think I get more distance on these jumps when I actually slide up the hill.
Yeah, I think we were also theorizing that maybe horses can climb vertical surfaces not because they're four-legged animals, but because they're fast.
Yeah, faster than, you know, humans, or Dunmer, or elves, or whatever.
Yeah.
Faster than men in Myr, there you go. There's the technical term.
Oh. Where are you right now?
I don't know. The Cloud Ruler Temple must be close.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Maybe this is the hill for Cloud Ruler Temple,
Yeah,
actually.
this is the hill for Cloud Ruler Temple. You just can't quite climb that nearly vertical surface.
There. Your high slopes and walls won't keep me out.
Whap into the door, right?
Yep. Alright, Martin, we have your artifact.
The next section of the Mysterium Xerxes is very difficult. I haven't deciphered the rest of the ritual yet. I hope you are making better progress.
Yeah, sure, Daedric artifact?
I won't ask what you went through to obtain this, my friend.
Well, you know, I just murdered someone in cold blood.
All too well, the
as one does.
Well, it wasn't really in cold blood. It was like kind of a consensual duel kind of a situation.
Yeah, that's true, that's true.
The ritual will consume its physical form. It won't be seen again on Tamriel for many years. Ah, the Mask of Clavicus Vile. You are wise not to let yourself get further enmeshed in his plots.
Ah! What else can I do to help?
You should talk to Joffrey. He needs your help. Trouble down in Bruma, I think.
Alright, no problem, man. No problem.
Farewell, my friend.
Now, where's Joffrey? Joffrey is out here. In this barracks area. Oh, hey there!
That an Oblivion gate has opened outside the city. It seems that the Mythic Dawn are putting their plan to attack Bruma into motion.
Yep, they
Since
sure
you've dealt
are.
with these gates before, I'd like you to help the Countess's guard close this gate.
It's funny, when I went through this,
they should be able to handle any new
the
gates on
Bruma
their own.
captain of the guard, you know, like said all
Captain
those
Burd
nice
is waiting
things
for
to
you
me about
outside the
being a
Bruma
hero
city
and
gate.
all that,
He'll show you
all
the
while he was
Oblivion
scowling.
gate, although I
Yeah, because you're a filthy
because-
criminal.
Because my infamy is like over 30, right?
Wow.
So every authority figure and every guard that I talk to, even when I do them a favor and they tell me how wonderful I am, they do it with a frown or a snarl, right?
Jeez.
I'm glad to have Boris here. He guards Martin night and day. His way of atoning for the death of Emperor Uriel, I suppose. You should rendezvous with Captain Burd
Bet.
immediately.
If you needed, like, free weapons and armor, I mean, they've got this little place here. They've also got an armory somewhere. I think we've been over in previous episodes.
Yeah.
And Blade's armor and Blade's weapons aren't that bad. They're good entry-level weapons.
Yeah, well, you would be able to have access to those relatively early in the game, too. if you're a heavy armor person, right?
Yep. Oh, who isn't a heavy armor person?
Me.
Well, you and 90% of the internet, but they're just wrong.
Well, the problem with heavy armor is it's heavy.
The best thing about heavy armor is that it's heavy.
Yeah, and you know what? I hadn't come up with all these creative solutions for, you know, like being able to carry extra weight and all that kind of stuff, like all these chaining spells that you use, and that sort of thing. Very clever. I actually learned something from you from watching, just from watching you play. Because I had no idea that you could stack those spells repeatedly,
Thanks
right?
for coming. Since we had the hero of Kavach available,
Well, you're definitely, you know, he's kind of giving you a smile, like.
Well, I wonder what my fame is.
We're ready when you are. Just say the word and we'll
Well, your
follow
fame
you
is
to that
probably
hell-spawn
about the same
gate.
as mine, because I'm actually quite famous too. But my infamy is almost as high as my fame, right?
Everyone's a bit jumpy right now.
Well, he's got to do the men rah-rah talk.
Yeah.
All right, boys, listen up. We've got to close that gate over there. Nobody likes the idea of going into that thing, but it's our job, and we're going to do it. If we don't, Bruma ends up a smoking pile of rubble, like what happened at Kavach. And that's not going to happen here. Not while I am captain of the guard. Or, Soren, go with me. The rest of you stay outside and kill anything that comes out of that gate. Let's show these bastards how we do things in Bruma.
Alright, here we go.
Yeah, it was pretty funny too. By the time I finished this with Captain Burd, well, his armor was totally destroyed, his weapon was destroyed, he was in his underwear punching things, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So far, here comes another one.
Damn it. They're all in the way. I'll attack this guy.
Yeah, like for me, when I went through this, all of the Bruma guards, except for Captain Burd, were all basically dead within the first 30 seconds, right?
Actually, I think that not all of them followed through the gate.
Oh, why? No, well, no, some of them stayed behind, right? That was the plan.
Hey, what are you doing, man? This isn't civilian duty.
No place I ever wanted to fight. No, we can do. Glad you're here. We wouldn't have a chance otherwise. What's our next move? We'll follow your lead. So far, so good.
So far, so good, so what?
Yeah.
Let's get this buff back up. So that I can keep these guys alive. There. Problem solved. I don't think any of them are died yet. I guess, you know, if I'm healing you like 120 points a second, or 100 points a second for 120 seconds, you don't really need your armor on.
No.
Of course, if they fall into the lava, that'll probably still kill them.
I don't know, most of them didn't make it that far. That one die from falling in the lava?
I think so.
So doesn't that spell that you cast on those guys buff their damage too?
Yeah, well, it gives them 200 strength. So, I can't give them better weapons or armor, but I can give them, you know, make them hit harder with what they've got.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna, like, put that on a hotkey. We're gonna be using it a lot this episode.
Here comes another one.
You know, I stagger the crap out of these guys when I hit them.
Yeah, well, by now you're probably enormously strong too, right?
Yeah, well then that's even without a buff, because I'm not using a buff for me. But I will go back through here and do the focus thing. That also gives me a bit of a timer to see how long they've got until they run out, right?
Oh.
There. Not one man left behind, or dead, or anything.
At least not yet.
Yeah, I guess if they fall in the lava, they could be SOL. Man, see, if my equipment is trash, their equipment is going to be completely and totally trashed by the end of this, because they just don't have the durability to last.
Yeah, I'm not sure where Bird's armor went. Maybe it got destroyed already.
Actually, I think he de-equipped it when I went through the gate. Ooh, that guy had a poisoned weapon.
Yeah.
He de-equipped it when I went through the gate, and then just kind of like didn't put it back on after. Probably some bug with me going out of the gate, but I was like, well, didn't a lot more guys follow us in here? That's what I was thinking is all.
No, he divided his force like any good commander would, right?
Oh, you were paying attention. I wasn't. I just go... Stop that!
Yeah, you keep pushing them back, eh?
Hey, we've lost a guy.
Yep.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, there he is. He caught up.
There you go. So he's not dead after all. But I do gotta get this healing spell up because they're kind of getting shot here. There, and that'll make them immune to fire. So it makes them immune to fire too, which is probably good. I mean, it might protect them if they fell in the lava.
Yeah, you never know.
See, these guys are pretty squishy when they don't got their shield spell up. They really depend on their shield spell to give them armor. I bet you one of these guys is an archer or something. That's why he keeps lagging behind.
Yeah, maybe. Because he's trying to stand back there and shoot arrows or something.
Oh, what was that?
Paralysis spell?
Yeah. Paralysis staff.
Yeah.
There, that's problem solved. Guy's sitting there scowling at me.
Why, did you accidentally hit him or something?
I might have. But you have to hit them 3 times before they turn on you.
Oh.
I don't know what the cooldown on that is, though. Could be a couple minutes. Are those guys stuck in the rocks? No, they're fine.
You had one guy there with an invisibility spell or something.
Well, but that's okay. Like I said, like those guys have tremendous strength ratings with this setup, right? Okay, we gotta keep these guys alive. See, imagine, like, one of those flame turrets could totally take those guys out.
Yep.
If they didn't have this spell to protect them. Because they're just so weak and flimsy by this point.
Yeah, well, NPCs don't level with you, right?
I think they level with you up until they spawn, and then when they spawn, they stay at the level that they spawned at. I could be wrong on that. We've got an Oblivion expert in the comments, so I'm sure he'll correct me on that. Guards, I think, continue to level up with you. I don't know if it's a continuous thing, though, or if they just cycle in and out and respawn.
Oh, well. Anyway, all I know is that the NPCs didn't last very long when I went through here because I did not have the creative way of, you know, keeping NPCs alive that you have.
Well, maybe this is the what Bethesda thought it would play like versus what it actually played like.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
You think they just expected these guys to die?
Maybe. I can't see them going, yeah, well, we're going to design the game so that it can be broken on purpose, right?
Oh, no, I didn't mean it like that. I meant like, just keeping them alive. Oh. Speaking of which, I gotta recast my focus to make sure I've got enough for when we go in this building. See, this has actually slowed me down somewhat going through this gate. But I don't think this is a particularly long one since we're already here.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy, you gotta get closer. This only works within 60 feet.
Oh, wow, that's a pretty big radius, actually.
Well, I could have made it 120, but I was worried I might buff the enemies. Oh, my willpower's been damaged.
Yeah, he's got some kind of magic weapon that damages willpower, probably.
Oh, he went and tried to disarm the guy behind me. There, problem solved. Amulet of Reflection. Bet you that's a reflect magic type of thing. Yeah, this damage willpower, 1 point on strike.
Well, I guess you'll have to cast a repair spell now.
Yeah, probably. And of course it's willpower, which means I have to go all the way down here and go restore willpower. We'll just give them another buff. It only takes like 202 magicka to cast that.
So far, so good.
So what?
Yeah, now you can beat the crap out of him while he's laying on the ground, eh?
Yeah, well, the knockdown thing works quite well too when you've got a lot of other guys with you too, right?
Well, you better watch out, there's some spear traps in the walls.
Oh, I'm sure they'll be fine. You know, we'll just go through the usual buffing process again. We're gonna get these guys through all alive. They're actually gonna know how to close an Oblivion gate. They're not just gonna be a bunch of guys who are like, yeah, we know how to close an Oblivion gate, and they spent like 3/4 of the time unconscious.
Well, and these guys, like the no-name guards actually don't even spend any time unconscious, they just spend their time dead.
Yeah. See, now instead of spending your time dead,
why,
you know how
why
to...
are you going down again now?
Oh, just to see if there's a guy down here. But see, now instead of spending their time dead, they can spend their time closing an Oblivion gate.
Yeah.
Now they'll know.
The next time one opens.
That's right.
Yeah, give him the old buff. That hurt a little bit, but you're okay.
I accidentally buffed this guy, too.
Did you?
I did.
Whoops.
Yep, whoops. That's a disadvantage. Alright, well that's fine. I'll just keep his attention on me until the buff wears off. Man, getting beat on with 200 strength hurts. I've got a solution to this.
What's that?
I'll buff me.
I think he's dead now.
Nope.
Oh.
Maybe I should have made it 30 feet.
Yeah, I can't even... He's regenerating health so fast you're not even hurting him, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. So you just might lose somebody now. Oh, did you finally get him now?
No.
No? Oh, that was just a knockdown or what?
Yep.
Boy, this thing lasts for a long time.
Yeah, we're gonna be here a while.
You're gonna break your sword.
Well, if it keeps these guys alive, I'll do it. Okay, we learned a lesson here.
Yeah, don't buff the enemy.
Yeah.
Oh, there, it finally wore off, I guess.
And these guys are still alive.
Yep. But Burd had to cast a healing spell on himself.
Well, at least he has one. Mm-hmm. There you go. That was the last boss of the game, right? Accidentally make impervious enemies.
Yeah. You don't want to cast that spell when Mehrunes Dagon is out running around in the Imperial City, eh?
Oh man, he does like 600 points of damage a strike. I can't imagine how much damage he'd do if you did that to him.
Yeah, but doesn't he, like, instantly kill you, though?
I don't think it's an instant kill. I think it's a fixed amount of damage that's just extremely high.
Oh. Because I know I haven't really done anything except, you know, barely scratch the surface of the Shivering Isles, but I can remember you telling me about your encounter with,
Oh yeah, that is actually an instant death.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything you can do to survive that.
Yeah, with, what's his name?
Where are you guys going? Why don't you all relax in here for a minute?
Yeah, with Sheo Gorath, and you told me that he actually could teleport you to like 2 miles up in the sky or something.
That's right, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I guess you want to use your buff spell when the fighting is all done and there isn't any other enemies nearby.
That's right. Okay, and then there's probably another guy down here that we gotta clear out. Or else he'll be impervious.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, you don't want to buff the bad guys, right? All your chain spells wore off.
Yep, it's time. It's time to buff them again. Nope, that's not the right buff. That's the right buff. Just gotta chain all this stuff together. And then boom. Godlike soldiers.
Yeah.
See, I'm actually the only one here who's actually equipped for this shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that vanilla guard armor is not really very substantial, is it?
No. Of course, if they were to get knocked into that fire beam, I'm pretty sure that would still kill them anyways.
Oh yeah. That'd probably still kill you.
Yeah, I think that's the guys who they were agitating over when they were on that lower level.
Oh. Ooh.
Okay, this one was locked with a key.
Yeah. I don't know, the last one that I came across that was locked with a key, I was able to pick the lock though, because it was even an easy level lock, right?
Time to close the gate, boys.
Oh, that guy's going on up ahead.
Yeah, well, this is kind of the bad thing about guards, right? They're very, very, very aggressive. Wow, I can barely see you because you're glowing purple. This guy's having problems.
Yeah, he's just hanging on the edge there and doesn't want to give up.
Now I'm hanging on the edge.
Wow, look at all that stuff.
Well, I think that these guys are the last guys.
Yeah, I think you killed them all off. You killed off the last guys.
Anybody up here? Nope, that's the last guys. So I'll do my looting and then we can do the whole sigil stone thing. Yeah, I think there were a couple people who died down here.
Oh, that's a little bit far to fall, huh?
Yeah, it's fine. Seeing a lot of that Dagon battle axe now. That's that super duper heavy battle axe.
Yeah, and the big blue guys that use them a lot, right?
Yeah.
The Zivali or whatever they're called.
That's right, and I think that's actually the heaviest blunt weapon I've come across so far. The hardest hitting blunt weapon I've come across. Like, they're very strong blunt weapons. Maybe even as strong as this sword, though I'm not entirely sure. I get some special buffs for using this sword, right?
Yeah.
Are you guys all good now? Give you one for the road? One for the road. Comes out, has a bounty. We're hitting guards in the back. There.
Well, you just increased your restoration skill, too.
I mean, I've been using it enough.
So are you save scumming this, or have you got so many magical items now that you're just going to take what you get?
Totally save scumming this. So we will be right back.
And 15 minutes later...
You know, it took a long time to get that resist magic that I wanted.
Yeah.
If I can't wear 2 mundane rings, I'll just get my resist magic elsewhere. Screw them.
Yeah.
Okay. Close the gate with Captain Burd. Do you need any more help from me? Like, you know... Oh. Why are there naked guards?
You left the survivor. Maybe all their armor got destroyed from fighting these things while you were inside the gate, eh?
Yeah, quite possibly.
You crossed the Oblivion gate. We didn't think we'd ever see you alive again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's totally what happened.
Yeah, their armor got destroyed, right?
It was an honor to serve with you, ma'am. Now that I've seen how it's done, I think
Yeah, you should see how funny it is when he's saying these words while snarling and scowling at you, right?
Oh, God.
Yeah. I don't know what you do to... What do you do to improve your infamy anyway? Is there anything you can do?
Yeah, there are some things. But see, my fame is 75.
Yeah.
Because I went and did the arena. But, like, if you were to repent at the various way shrines...
I see. Okay.
Of the gods, then you could get your infamy lowered back down to 0. Maybe I'll demonstrate that one of these days. There's actually a quest that ties into it.
Yeah, well, I guess you can be the squeaky clean hero, and I'll be the, you know...
I mean, I was thinking about doing the Dark Brotherhood in this playthrough, too.
Yeah. I'll be the Clint Eastwood style anti-hero, eh?
Ah. Because if you do like the Thieves Guild, I guess you can do the Fighters Guild, whatever. You do the Thieves Guild, and then you do like the Dark Brotherhood, and then ooh, what the hell? Oh, I just lost all my stamina.
You ran yourself out of stamina.
Actually, I think that's a result of a buff wearing off. I have negative 12 stamina.
Oh, there, now you're getting back up.
Yep. There we go. These things happen.
All better now.
All better now. I just needed some Daterate, okay?
Wow, you're lucky you didn't die or something. Like, wow.
Well, that's why I never buff health. Never buff health, because you could probably die if you did that.
Yeah.
I buff stamina, but not health. Hey there, Joffrey.
Good work. Captain Burd and his guardsmen should be able to handle any additional gates, at least for now.
All right.
But the Bruma Guard cannot defend the city indefinitely. The Daedra of Oblivion are innumerable. The guardsmen of Bruma are not. We need to gather what allies we can before Bruma is...
Yeah, you need to arm them with miniguns
immediately. If the Mythic Dawn manages to open a great gate here, the city will need a stronger garrison for there to be any hope of defending it. You should speak to the rulers of the other cities of Cyrodiil, as well as the Elder Council. Ask them to send aid to Bruma before it is too late.
No problem.
Martin made some progress on the Mysterium Xerxes while you were gone. You should speak to him about it. Bruma cannot hold off the hordes of Oblivion alone. You should ask the rulers of the other...
Okay, so I guess you have to go and ask the rulers of the other counties for help. Okay?
I mean, I think with me on their side, they could hold Bruma forever against anything. But, you know.
Oh, you're not going to talk to Martin?
Well,
he made some progress on the Mysterium Xerxes?
Well, I'm not sure. I mean, how does this ordering go? Should I go talk to Martin first?
Well, it doesn't hurt to get that one at least on your radar, probably.
True, okay.
I figured out another item needed for the ritual, to open the portal to Cameron's paradise.
What do you need?
The second item is the counterpart to the first, the blood of a divine. This was a terrible puzzle to me. Unlike the Daedra Lords, the gods have no artifacts, and do not physically manifest themselves in our world. How then to obtain the blood of a god? But Joffrey solved it. The blood of Tiber Septim himself, who became one of the divines. This is a secret remembered only by the Blades, passed down from one Grand Master to the next.
It's a loophole. It's a plot loophole.
Oh, now we gotta go speak to Joffrey again? Oh, man.
So, Martin wants you to recover the armor of Tiber Septim. I wish there was another way. The armor is in the shrine of Tiber Septim, in the catacombs beneath the ruins of Sankator, a holy place once. But Sankator became evil long ago. No one has returned from the shrine of Tiber Septim.
Now there's a bazillion liches there.
Ah.
I do not
I'm sure they're holy liches.
The tombs of Sankator were
Very
saved
full
by
of
the
holes.
first Grand Master of the Blades. The four mightiest blades of Tiber Septim's day, Elaine, Valdemar, Relas, and Kaznar, went to Sankator and never returned.
No problem.
Here, this is the key to Sankator's outer door. I fear I am sending you to your death.
Oh, you don't know me, man. I'm the arena champion. Doesn't that mean anything around here?
Yeah, you're a walking buzzsaw.
Yeah.
An ancient relic of the First Empire. After the Battle of Sankator, Tiber Septim gave his armor to the Blades in honor of our role in his victory. The Blades built a shrine in the catacombs of Sankator, on the spot where Tiber Septim received the blessing of Akatosh. The armor has been there ever since. Before evil came to Sankator, this shrine was a place of pilgrimage for all Blades. But no one has visited the shrine and lived to tell the tale in centuries.
You know what? Bzzz, right? Just gotta get that buzzsaw going, as I get stuck on a lamp.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I think because we've got a lot to do now, we've got the Sankator thing, we've got allies for Bruma, we've got a lot to do. I don't know, maybe which quest I should do first, Blood of the Divines or allies for Bruma. Maybe you guys should let me know. But I think this is a natural place to break the episode and call it here. So, I'm Recv5.
And I'm Sandman099.
Have a good one.